Hello, all. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Kim Tree Slaughter, and I make educational and personal growth videos that activate you so that you can receive the life outcomes that you desire. As always, I am not here to motivate you. I'm here to activate you. I want you to move. I want you to do something. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Today, we are going to jump right into it. We're talking about perfect conditions. There are many things that we all want to do in life. We want, maybe a bigger house. We want to start that business. We want to write a book. We want to teach a class. We want to go back to school. But a lot of times we wait for the perfect conditions. And let me be the first to tell you that they do not exist. That is just a narrative that we use to procrastinate. And as a recovering procrastinator myself, let me tell you that is so true. We tell ourselves that this has to be in place and that has to be in place, and I need to get one more degree, and I need to take one more class, and I need to write a little bit more notes, and I need to do this, and that. We focus on doing everything else but getting started, but taking the first step. There's a quote that says, start with what you have, because what you have is enough to start. I'm going to say that again. Start with what you have, because what you have is enough to get started. Famed tennis player Arthur Ashe says, start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can now. You know what makes the perfect conditions? Starting. When I first decided that I wanted to open a private practice, I, I was nervous, I was scared, and I didn't know all that it took to be a CEO or to even start a private practice. And so I did. I procrastinated for a very long time before I actually took an action step, because I was just tired of having this dream inside of me that wanted to be free. It just wouldn't let me sleep some nights. So, what did I do? How did I get started? I took little steps, because what happens is when we tell ourselves something is impossible, we pull back and we procrastinate. But maybe it does seem impossible. But what makes it possible is the possible steps that you take every single day to break down the impossible. I started out with doing research. That's the first action step that I took. I started doing research. I asked millions and millions and millions, tons and tons and tons of questions. I met with other people who had private practices. Um, Conditions were not perfect. And trust me, when I started, I made a lot of mistakes, but it was good because I learned so much. My second year, I made six figures. That wasn't my goal, but it was an outcome because I got started. So, whatever it is that you all want to do, I know you all have big dreams, and I know that when you think about them, they scare you. You're like, oh my gosh. You know what? Get started. Take one step. Do some research. Talk to someone who's already doing what you're trying to do. And it's not about copying. It's not about copying at all. It's about getting the foundation, understanding the path and the tools that were already left for you. There are no perfect conditions. The only perfect condition is starting. And even in that space, there's that you have to leave room for error. One of my favorite quotes by Guillaume Apollinaire, he says, come to the edge. He said, we can't. We're afraid. They responded. Come to the edge, he said. We can't. We're afraid. They responded. Come to the edge, he said. We can't. We may fall, they responded. Come to the edge, he said. And so they came, and he pushed them, and they flew. And so they came, he pushed them, and they flew. There's no such things as perfect conditions. Perfect conditions don't exist. It is time to emerge and deploy. Take your first step. Decide what that first step is and jump so that you can fly. Thank you so much for listening.